This is a more abstracty piece than ones I've been doing recently. I've been doing a lot of comic style kind of art, you know, like big panels and backgrounds, characters in the foreground, midground, background. Very sort of, you know, it's some of my favourite art to do that. But just recently I just thought I'd change it up a little bit and do a bit more abstracty stuff. Lots of elements, just bits and pieces flying everywhere, all that kind of stuff. Often like a character and some letters in the middle of it, but all kind of mayhem around there. And also I wanted to do it monochromatic, as in just like one colour, using one solid colour and shading around that. So you'll see what I mean anyway. Dropping some flesh tones on this fella in the middle. There we go. I'm assuming he's a dog of some kind. He normally is. Yeah, these purples that I'm using here, I have a problem with these purples because they're not a perfect colourway. They always look like it on the colour chart, but actually when it comes down to it, they don't colour in a perfect colourway, and yeah, I'm not quite sure what to do about it at the moment. I might have to go to a different brand or something to get a better colourway. They work okay, as you can see. They work all right. It's just not quite good enough for what I'm after a lot of the time. So I'm looking at it here thinking, actually, that looks pretty good. Oh well, never mind. Warm greys on the hands here. Doesn't need very much of a shade, just a little bit to hint at a bit of light somewhere. It's very lightly shaded, the whole piece, really, because I'm going to use very heavy monochromatics. Here we go. So I'm into the green outlining, using a Stabilo .88 for this. These are great pens. If you don't know these pens, they are absolutely excellent. You want to get your hands on some of these. Yeah, dropping some outline on there. Yeah, just getting it in there. That was my my glasses and my headphones before. By the way, that's what that was. Yeah, just as you can see, lots of sort of disparate nebulous elements that I've chucked in here. Tentacles are one of my favourite things, but I can overdo a lot of this stuff. I know I can sometimes, so I do try and change it up as much as possible. I could just live on a diet of drawing tentacles, stuff like that. Absolutely love it. It's a real staple. Okay, so now I'm getting my base colour in for the monochrome background here. All in greens, as you can see now. It's very flat at the moment, so I'm starting to just drop a little bit of shading in to make it pop out a little bit more. I'm using about three different colours of greens there. A very light one, slightly darker one, and a darker one still. My problem was I didn't have a light enough green. I could have really used a lighter green to begin with, and then I'd have been happier, really, because this is even a slightly more dark green than I was after. But you know, so dropping a bit of pencil in the purple there because I felt it just needed something else, really, a little bit more in there just to give it a bit more depth. Then I'm dropping this sort of dirty, horrible kind of toxic coloured pencil just around the back to try something else, just to give it a bit more depth again. Little bits of poisonous fume coming off it and all that. There we go. I've done a few whips off it and that kind of stuff. Then in this picture you can see more like what the green is really like. It's a much heavier kind of emeraldy green than I would have wanted. I wanted a much lighter green, really, and so it's not come out exactly as I would have liked it to, but you know, we live and learn, right? We live and learn. Hope you enjoyed that, guys.